Should I make volume on this? এটা তাহলে ভলিউমটা করতে হবে বা where is the pen?
Just try to like another word.
Right, কিন্তু সেটার জন্য তো আমাকে escape এ গিয়ে it is the maximum.
So like we do need to say something.
Is that the most we can do?
Yeah, is there any other difference?
Oh, it is here. Rick, can you hear me? Hey, Parker, can you stand?
Yeah, Rick can hear you. I can hear you too.
Perfect. All right, Monica, so we're going to go on mute for a little while longer. We have to take a few more pictures, but then we're going to get the stream started with Rocket, and we'll get everything going.
Rahul, I want to
Okay, so I'm in the right place, right? Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks. Thanks. So you can put it back on mute. করে আয় তাড়াতাড়ি করে be quick কেননা যদি even momentarily you get
Would we be able to do it only once?
Okay.
Not 3 times.
It's the.
Okay,
I don't want to put Cara on the. Okay, 3 times.
3 times. Is that only to save time, or what is it?
It's because Cara is very delicately put together, and the mala.
Okay. Okay. We can do it once. That's okay. I'll just mention that it's done 3 times.
Just let us know. And
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
be on screen, so you'll be able to tell us.
Okay. But as far as me getting things started, I thought, isn't Yeah, I don't know why this went mute. Okay, I have unmuted it again. So I hope that helps. And so once Parker hands it over to me, I will try to conduct it from that point on. Okay. So if there is any sort of glitch at all, say there's something we need to complete, such and such, we will just improvise. Don't get worried about that. Okay. Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Good luck.
Yes.
not that bad.
Just started, you know, 16 minutes late.
So think at the same time.
Hey, there's everyone. Looking fantastic.
Hello, my name is Parker Clark. Today, my sister Cara will be marrying Rahul. We are all so glad you could join us from around the world, from Singapore to Arkansas to Vancouver, to witness this ceremony. It is taking place at Deer Creek, Ohio, where my parents and Rahul's parents live. My brother Hayden and Rahul's brother Rakesh and cousin Pichu are watching from Wisconsin, California, and Minnesota. The ceremony will start in a few minutes and will last about 45 minutes. The parents of the bride are Mrs. Elizabeth and Dr. Jeffrey Clark, and the parents of the groom are Mrs. Sudeshna and Dr. Shakar Guha. They are all seated at the wedding mandap. Joining us remotely is our priest officiant, Professor Monish Chatterjee. The wedding ceremony now starts. Professor Chatterjee, please take over from here.
Thank you so much, Parker, for that lovely introduction. And the scene is as beautiful as it gets. I think we have propitiously wonderful weather to be able to totally enjoy all of this. So greetings to everybody that are in the far out outposts in various places. I should start out, in fact, I know the timing, we have not rehearsed this, but I should first mention that when we were in that initial screen, we saw a wonderful board where some script was written in Bengali and then also English. It has to be mentioned that that artwork, along with the Ganesha designs that we see right here in this scene to our right and left, all of these were done by Cara. And we had the good fortune to have seen these a while earlier, and we are absolutely impressed. I mean, all we can say is she has devoted so much attention and time to getting these Hindu symbols into the whole scene with such pain and care, not to mention the talent. So I just feel like we're already ready to welcome her into our Bengali family. Really, that's just wonderful. So then, first, I'd also like to mention that I feel extremely privileged as well as honored to have been given this opportunity by both sets of parents, Dr. Jeffrey and Mrs. Elizabeth Clark, and Dr. Shekhar and Mrs. Sudeshna Guha, to be able to conduct this rather abbreviated Bengali version of the Hindu wedding. And with that, I want to give a short background that in general, Bengali or Hindu weddings can go on for a very long time. It sometimes lasts for days. And a common saying is among Bengalis that a wedding cannot even be considered completed until 100,000 words have been exchanged. So what we are doing here and proceeding with, and I can see Rahul smiling, wonderful, because this is always rather abbreviated, is really a rather small, almost, I would say, condensed version of the whole thing. So that is what we will proceed with. And in the total number of components that we will have to this event this evening, there are really 7 of those. It's broken up into 7. Most of those were in fact chosen by Rahul and Shekharda and Sudeshna and all of them. So I'm kind of trying to pattern it in that fashion. So let me get started, if I may, since everyone's in waiting at this point. We are gathered here for a most joyous event, rendered rather unusual due to a worldwide health crisis. As we all understand, this is truly unusual. Dignitaries here present. So I'll just pause until Cara's.
Should I stand up there closer to her, or should I wait here?
I think we will have the Sampradhan in a little bit. So at that point, Cara, you and Dr. Clark, you need to be in sort of like a triangle. Okay, so that's just in anticipation. But where is Cara supposed to be sitting? Do we know? Is it in this empty chair? Oh, right there next to you. I think that works very well. That
All right.
works. So have her come over. And Shudeshna or whoever else, I don't know who, you can do some ululations and those kind of things, you know, to make it more authentic.
Okay. Right now?
Okay.
No. Just bring Cara.
Okay, okay, that should be fine.
Can Joytimashi do an ulu from there?
Or shark.
Let me ask her, can you do ulu at all or shankho? Can
All
they
right.
hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Do it a little heartily. There she is, the bashful bride.
That's the conch. Yeah.
Monishanko, should I go up to her or
Yeah.
should she
Say
come
that
to me?
again. I think what we will do is, okay, so Cara is here. I'll move on to the next stage of where we are heading. We start the ceremony with the traditional Shatpake Badha, which actually symbolizes the perennial bond between Cara and Rahul. Here symbolically represented by what in Bengali tradition is called the Shatpake Badha, whereupon the bride circumambulates the groom 7 times, signifying the 7 sindhus or sacred bodies of water. So I would leave that because I think Cara has the palm leaves on her face, it seems, right? So I don't want her to stumble anywhere. But we'll just assume she went around you 7 times at this point. I think that's probably the less hazardous thing to do at this point. So that's the significance of those 7 parks, is that they are now bound across oceans and continents once she does the Shatpake Badha. Okay. Please note that in an actual ceremony, the audience present will often purposefully miscount the number 7, throwing in added fractions. So they go 4, 4.5, 4 3/4, and it's because they are kind of enjoying the whole show, which we are abbreviating here, but that's the idea of the Shatpake Bandha. So we will actually fast forward, assume that Cara has conducted, she has encircled Rahul into her life by going around 7 times. So with that, we then proceed immediately to the next round. We move to the next event in this abbreviated sequence. Another very significant component of the Bengali wedding. This one involves what is called Shubhodrishti, or the auspicious vision. Historically, the event primarily originated from a time when the bride literally would behold her life partner for the very first time at this Vivaha Mandap. So this is where the tradition comes from, and the word, hence the word, the auspicious vision, the very special vision, her sighting her future life partner for the very first time. Procedurally, the bride faces the groom, which is what we have right here, with her beautiful face initially covered by heart-shaped palm leaves. And once the mantra is recited, she removes the palm leaves from her eyes and gets to behold her dashing and handsome groom purportedly for the very first time. Here is the associated mantra. Let me read the mantra. There's a little interpretation. I'll finish that. Akshau now madhu sankashe, anikam now samanjanam, anta krishnuva mama hridi, mana inau sahasati. May your eyes and mine, lined in the mascara of love, be filled with sweetness this day. May your soul and mine, caressed by the magic of love, be adorned in splashes of new colors. May you and I, to each other, offer ourselves and thus create our heavenly world. May your mind and mine, joining together this day in joy and rapture, become one. So that's the end of the interpretation. Now Cara can get a vision of Rahul. That's wonderful. And at this point, we are At this point, there's a lot of hullabaloo that goes on in an actual thing. We'll have to just imagine all that. And then, that's right. And then we'll go over to the mala bodol. So I can see you both have garlands. Take them in your hand, sort of take it off your neck and hold it in your hand, right? And just handle it delicately. So we move on to the next significant event, which is mala bodol or exchange of garlands. This involves the groom and bride and exchanging garlands that they place around each other's neck. This is conducted 3 times. So just be a little careful if you can do it. We note here that the numbers 3 and 7 appear several times in the Bengali Hindu Vivaha. 3 signifying the 3 worlds, Swarga, the heavens, Martya, the earth, or the mortal and living world, and Patala, which is the nether world. The sequence is initiated by Cara, placing the garland upon Rahul. So go right ahead. Excellent. And then Rahul does the same. Excellent. We wish there'd be a lot of cheers going around, but we'll have to imagine all that. Now just, can you do it twice more? Or so Cara can take it off of Rahul and
Yeah.
so in other words, bring it back to your hands. Just take it off and leave it in your hands. Yeah, hold it. And Rahul, do the same. And repeat the whole thing. So Cara, Cara first. Excellent, then Rahul. Excellent, and one more time. So again, take it off, hold it in your hand, and Cara go first, Rahul go next. Super. Excellent, well done. You're well garlanded. We now move on to the ritual. Here comes the part where Dr. Clark would have to get involved. This is all very fast forward. So you can walk back and sit down on your thrones, as one likes to think, that you are royals for this evening, definitely. Oh, this is very nice, very nice. So sit down, and I think the orientations are right because Cara needs to be closer to her father, which is what we have, or the audience is right. So the orientations are perfect. So the Sampradhan, I will kind of get started on that. And for that, just because we are following a few steps a little closely, we might need a slight bit of help if needed from Shudeshna, because you know the little ingredients, etc., that her dad might need. If we have difficulty doing that, we'll just skip it. But let me get started, okay? Shudeshna, I think maybe you have a few things out there which I can't quite see. For example, yes, please.
Baba is ready
You have the dhan, the durba, and he has all that, right? And how about koshakushi? Does he have those too? Excellent. So help him out with that. Excellent. So Shekhar can help as well, just as good. So I'll go step by step, okay? And I will indeed say the Sanskrit words very slowly. So here's the significance of Sampradhan. In modern parlance, Sampradhan sometimes creates a bit of unease, I have noticed on some occasions, since it literally signifies the bride's father giving away the bride. And I think in the modern age, sometimes I can completely understand some young women think I'm not someone to be given away. But I take the perspective, I just usually use that as explanation, that there is an intense sense of love from where this ritual arises. That is, a father who has and will forever hold his daughter with the greatest paternal love and care, is assigning similar love and lifelong care upon the groom. So it's a transference of that particular assignment. That's where this is coming from. And ideas which, of course, have to be reciprocal, right? Likewise, because the groom's parents very well feel the same way. In the traditional procedure, this event involves the presence, we have that here, of Dr. Clark, Cara's father, the groom and the bride, and the priest conducting the event. And I am over here, I'm able to see everything. So let's go step by step. Step one, the bride's father will take durva, which is kind of young blades of grass, and atap, which is really rice grains. Hold that in the kushi, which is the smaller copper vessel that's out there. Put that in there. That's it. Hold it in both hands together. Okay, with the rice and the durva. Just hold it in the palm of your hands. Right.
Hold it like both hands. Like
yeah, yeah. And then you repeat with me. Om Arghyam
Argyam,
Arghyam
Argyam,
Arghyam
Argyam,
Prati
Prati,
Grihyatam. Very good. And so now pass it off, the contents of that copper vessel, pass it to the groom, that is Rahul. Just pour it into his hand. So he accepts this and he says, Om, this is Rahul, Arghyam
Arghyam
Prati Grihyami.
Pratigrityami.
Very good. That's it. Then we go to the second step of this. In this case, the bride's father will take Ganges water. So if you have any or any sacred water is fine. In that same kushi, just put a little bit in the kushi and hand it to Dr. Clark. Again, hold it in two folded palms. Very good. Excellent. And once again, repeat with me. Om
Om,
Achamanyam.
Archamaniam,
Achamanyam.
Archamaniam,
Achamanyam.
Archamaniam,
Prati
Prati,
Grihyatam.
Prityatam.
Very good. And then take that water and pour it on Rahul's hands, right? And Rahul will say, Om
Om
Achamanyam
Achamanyam
Prati Grihyatam.
Pratigrityaham.
Very good. Perfect. No problem. Okay, we'll go to number 3. In this one, Dr. Clark will have to again take the kushi and put in 3 ingredients, which are honey, ghee, which is clarified butter, and tadhi, which is yogurt. These are considered to be very sacred foods for the entire universe. That's the concept here. Hold them in your hand and again repeat with me. Om
Om,
Madhu Parko,
Madhu Parko,
Madhu Parko,
Madhu Parko,
Madhu Parko,
Madhu Parko,
Prati
Prati,
Grihyatam.
Prityatam.
Right. And then pour it over onto his hand. And he will say, Om
Om
Madhu Parkam
Madhubarkam
Prati
Prati
Grihyami.
Vityami.
Very good. Excellent. Now, in the next step, Dr. Clark will take, again, place it in that copper thing once again, the kusha. And in there, you're going to put something called dry grass, if we have it. Otherwise, even the durva will be fine. Then sesame seeds, tila as we call it. Tulasi, which is basil leaves. If you have any flour, put all that in there. And a little bit of the Ganga Jal if you have it. Otherwise, we'll just assume it's still there. Thank you, Shekhar. So what has to be done according to this procedure? Dr. Clark, you hold that kushi, the copper vessel in your right hand. And then in the meantime, here's something for Cara to do. On your right hand, you will put the vastra, which is the gamcha that I think you probably have it. Lay that down on Cara's right hand.
Okay.
Yeah, just cover it. And Dr. Clark, you place your right hand with the ingredients on top of that piece of cloth on Cara's hand. Right. And then you repeat with me, Om
Om
Etasyai
Etasyai
Savastra
Savastra
Achadana
Achadana
Alankarayai
Alankarayai
Kanyayai
Kanyayai
Namaha.
Namaha.
I must say you are doing it beautifully, very nicely indeed. And then, Shekarda, here's something if you have, do you have like the mango leaves?
No.
Nah.
You don't have that. Any other leaf will do.
Oh yeah. This is grass, but mango leaves.
Okay,
Okay.
you can now, yeah, I know your right hand is already engaged. Can you take what you had in the right hand and transfer it to your left hand?
Yes.
Okay, and put it back on her hand. And then now your right hand is free. On that right hand, you take the mango leaves or whatever leaves they gave you. And then take the left hand and put it on Cara's head. It's like a blessing you're offering, basically. It's an anointment. And you now say with me, Ete
Ete
Gandha
Gandha
Pushpe
Pushpe
Om
Om
Etasyai
Etasyai
Savastra
Savastra
Achadana
Achadana
Alankarayai
Alankarayai
Kanyayai
Kanyayai
Namaha.
Namaha.
Okay. Now simply leave, if there's a flower on your hand, leave it on her head. It might fall off. That's not a problem. That part is done. But you then say with me, with the flower placed on her head, once again, Ete
That's fine.
Ete
Gandha Pushpe
Gandha Pushpe
Om
Om
Etadhi
Etahi
Pataye
Pataye
Prajapataye
Prajapate
Namaha.
Namaha.
Ete
Ete
Gandha Pushpe
Gandha Pushpe
Om
Om
Etat
Etat
Sampradanaya
Sampradanya
Varaya
Varaya
Namaha.
Namaha.
Okay. So next, you have another something to do. I think you can take your hand off from Cara's right hand. What you now do is you take Cara's right hand. So the vastra can go away as well. You take her right hand and place it on Rahul's right hand. So you are kind of joining the two together. Yeah, beautiful. That's very nice. And then you say with me, Shri
Sri
Rahul
Rahul
Deva
Deva
Sharmana
Dharmana
Varaya
Varaya
Architaya
Architaya
Evam
Evam
Shri
Sri
Cara
Dara
Devim
Devam
Architam
Architam
Enam
Enam
Kanyam
Ganyam
Savastra
Savastra
Achadana
Archadana
Alankaram
Alankaram
Prajapati
Prajapati
Devata
Devata
Kamaham
Kamaham
Samprapade.
Samprapade.
Beautiful. So that part's kind of done. Now there's just one last little thing. The bride's father will offer what is called dakshina, or in this case, a token silver coin, and hand it to the groom. This is kind of like a tribute, also a very traditional thing. And there's a bit of a mantra here. Let me read that for Dr. Clark. And that will finish off the Sampradana for us. Vishnu,
Vishnu,
Om,
Om,
Tat,
Datta,
Sadadya,
Dadatya,
Shri,
Shri,
Jeffrey,
Jeffrey,
Deva Sharma,
Deva Sharma,
Shri,
Shri,
Vishnu,
Vishnu,
Preeti,
Preeti,
Kamanaya,
Amanaya,
Kritaitat,
Gritya Tat,
Savastra,
Navastra,
Achadana,
Archadana,
Alankara,
Alankara,
Kanya,
Ganya,
Sampradana,
Sampradana,
Karmana,
Dharmana,
Pratishtathartham,
Pratishtat,
Thartham. Very good. Dakshina Metat,
Dakshina Metat,
Kanchanam,
Kanchanam,
Tanmulyam,
Tanamulyam,
Tanmulyam, Va, Va, Shri,
Shri,
Vishnu Daivatam,
Vishnu Devatam,
Architam,
Architam,
Shri,
Shri,
Rahul,
Rahul,
Deva Sharmane,
Deva Sharmane,
Varaya,
Varaya,
Tu Vyamaham,
Vyanaham,
Maham, Samprapade.
Samprapade.
Excellent. I think that concludes the Sampradana. So the handing over of all these duties to Rahul has been formally completed. We next fast forward to one of the central ceremonies in the Bengali and Hindu Vivaha, the Saptapadi, as it's called, literally the 7 sacred steps. Prior to this, the bride's anchal, this is something that needs to be done, by the way. The bride's anchal and the groom's uttari are tied together. So make a knot and make sure that the uttari stays on him. So wrap it around his shoulder and then the free end tie to Cara's anchal. So I'll just wait a moment until that gets done.
Anchal.
Anchal is the loose end of the sari that she is wearing.
Yeah. Nice.
Very nice. That's awfully nice.
She's just gonna be regular.
Yep, square knot.
Okay, Amrit, you can let them stand.
Is the knot tied?
Yes.
If it is, then they can step forward to where they will take these 7 steps. These are the 7 sacred steps. And so where are they going around? Is it around the white table I'm seeing there? Do you have room? Do you have room to safely do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you have room to safely do that, then I will not worry about anything. Now, let me say a thing or two in the beginning. So once the knot is tied, they take 7 unifying steps, each accompanied by a mantra. So for every step, I will recite a mantra and say a quick explanation, then move on to the next step. At the end of the 7th step, you should be back where you are right now. So it kind of completes the circle. Keep that in mind. So make a, approximate, whatever it is. We're not starting yet, by the way. And the idea is that these sacred steps are sanctified by what is called the Havana or Homa fire, which is right there at the center, whereupon the purifying fire of Agni, Agni is the god of fire, the deity of fire, serves as the divine witness. So what I will do, if everything is ready, then I will start the 7 steps one at a time. And if everyone can hear me, I'll just make sure you understand the beginning of every step, okay? And Cara in front, Rahul follows, okay? So give me the cue when it is ready. Okay, excellent. So we'll do the first step now. I'll read the Sanskrit mantra. Om. Just step forward with the right foot. Okay. Om Ishe Ekapadi Bhava Sa Mamanu Vrata Bhava. The meaning, I take this first step for him who remains ever awake in this universe. Step with me in this mission, O gentle one. Join me in this life as a devoted partner. Then we'll do the step number 2. So again, move forward. Very good. And let me read the mantra. Om Urje Dvipadi Bhava Sa Mamanu Vrata Bhava. Take the second step in honor of the gods. May we gain strength in our lives. Be with me as life remains within mortal bodies. Join me in all action as a devoted partner. Let me just point out, if we carefully follow these 7 steps, you will find that it actually shows how life progresses from the time you are united through the years forward. So each new step talks about what is the next phase in the combined life between these two souls, okay? So we go to step 3 now, Cara, if you may. Okay, very nice. Om Rayasposhaya Tripadi Bhava Sa Mamanu Vrata Bhava. Now take the third step, O blessed one, possessed of wealth, fortune, and prosperity. May this step bring Lakshmi unto this household. Join me in all acquisitions as a devoted partner. So that's step 3. Now move on to step 4. And the mantra is Om Mayo Bhavyayo Chatushpadi Bhava Sa Mamanu Vrata Bhava. O new bride, take the 4th step with love. May life be filled with joy and gladness with this step. May all here and elsewhere rejoice in our happiness. Join me in every moment of joy as a devoted partner. Step number 5, move forward. Okay, very good. Om Prajavya Panchapadi Bhava Sa Mamanu Vrata Bhava. Take the 5th step, my love, before me. May children be recipients of your kindness. Blessed with children and embodiment of compassion, join me with child as a devoted partner. So in the tradition, there's an indication that this marriage becomes fruitful when the children follow the marriage itself. So all of that is very much indicated in here. I think that sounds perfectly fine. Okay, now we go to step 6. Very good. Perfect. Om Vratevya Shatpati Bhava Sa Mamanu Vrata Bhava. Take the 6th step with a tranquil mind. May you carry out noble deeds upon this earth. May your efforts bring merits unto this home. Join me in all righteous actions as a devoted partner. So that's number 6. And now number 7, which brings you right back where you were in the beginning. I'll read the 7th mantra with the interpretation, and then there'll be something called the Saptapadi mantra. I'm just telling you in advance, where you will pick up that tray. There is a kulo. Do you have the kulo? So just wait for that. I'll read the 7th mantra first. Just be ready. The kulo will have these grains which you will pour over to the middle there. I don't know where you will, but I think you know where it goes. So while they are getting that ready, hold on. Let me read the 7th step. Just keep it ready, right? The 7th step mantra, Om Sakhe Saptapadi Bhava Sa Mamanu Vrata Bhava. Dearest, now take the 7th step. May the deepest friendship develop in our lives. May our love become the ideal love story. Join me in the ultimate love as a devoted partner. Okay, so those are the instructions. I think they're all nicely laid out. Now you can both, now here's what you have to do. Cara will be in front. Rahul, you'll be behind her. Just put your arms around her and together you hold that tray. So Rahul, you may have to stretch a little. Right, excellent idea. And as I read the mantra, you can pour the grains. Go kind of slow because the mantra is slightly long. Actually, I'm reading the translation here, but start pouring where you have to. The one who takes the 7 steps with you, know her to be your friend. That I walked with you these 7 steps, know me to be your friend. May your friendship in my life be my imperishable bond. May you, my beloved, be likewise bound forever in my love. May no other woman ever in this life disrupt my love and devotion for you. That seems like specifically targeted to the groom. That must be the way society is, but that's still very well meant. Okay, you can kind of pour the whole thing there. Usually it would have been started to add to the flame, so we'll just assume that's going on. That's part of the Homa. Wonderful. Thank you both. So this concludes the Saptapadi mantras in sequence. And that last step was called the ahuti, where you offered the grains. Now you can actually take your seats if you like. Face each other because we are moving on to the Sindur Dan, which is the offering of the Sindur or vermilion. And a quick word or two regarding the symbolism of that. The vermilion mark, which for a married woman in Indian tradition, literally says, I think if I can put it in relatively straightforward words, it's like that's the indicator that I am taken already. This is the marker. I am a married woman. It also indicates a level of love between the two partners. And thirdly, that red marker is also like the rising of the sun every morning to remind us of another glorious day. That's the significance of the sindoor. So what Rahul will do is there's a container that will have a little bit of the vermilion powder, and he will take this coin, the edge of it, see if it picks up the sindoor. I'm having a bit of difficulty seeing that, but if it does, then literally take the coin and gently just run it from near the top of her forehead, then through the parting of her hair. Just as long as at least some of it is visible. I think, right, Ma can help you out a little bit. How are we doing?
Very good. Just
Excellent, excellent. So I think that essentially takes care of the Sindur Dan, the offering of the vermilion. So in a sense, right at this point, I could make the pronouncement according to the Bengali Hindu ritual that you two are now formally husband and wife. And I'll have a thing or two further to say later on. So very good. So where we are right now is we will have 2 sequences of offering of blessings, which is actually, হ্যাঁ কিছু বলবে সুদেশনা? তুমি আচ্ছা ওকে কি ওটা শাখা নাকি কি? লোহা তুমি দিয়ে দাও. That's an iron bangle which brings a lot of good fortune to the bride. Okay, excellent. পড়া হয়েছে? লেগেছে? Okay, excellent. They are such good sports. I mean, what can I say? So we are literally towards the end of our ritual for this evening, which kind of part of me feels badly we came to the end here, but there'll be, I'll come back to that in a moment. But we'll do the Ashirvad sequence next, okay, which is like a sequence of blessings offered by typically all the elders that are gathered. So if Dadu is anywhere around at all, or no? Dadu is there? Okay. So what I will say, there are 2 Ashirvad mantras. I will recite the first mantra for Dadu, and then the 2 sets of parents, I will read the second mantra. Okay. Just give him the Dhan Durboa, as you know. It's so good to see Dadu here. I didn't know he was right there the whole time. Meshwarshai, apni oderke ashirwad kore din. You have to touch his feet though, Rahul, and that's how the pranam. You must do the pranam. Just bend over as he gets close. You first do the pranam and then he'll put the ashirwad for you. Excellent, excellent. I'll read the mantra. Om Indrasya tu Yathendrani, Sridharasya Yatha Shriya, Shankarasya Yatha Gauri, Tatha Twamapi Bhartari, which means as Shachi is to Indra, as Kamala is to Vishnu, as Parvati is to Shankara, in your married life, standing beside your husband, be likewise his beloved, O bride. So those are the words of blessing from Dadu in this case to both of you. Okay. Excellent, excellent. And I hope all of our far-flung audience can see all this, the wonderful moment. I hope you got pictures taken of this great moment. Now the parents can go, maybe two at a time, and I will read that second Ashirvani. Absolutely. So let them know how this is done. Give them the Dhan Durba in their hands. And I will read the mantra, and they can bow down and do the pranam, or whatever way you feel comfortable.
Oh, not yet. Oh, yeah, do that.
Excellent. That's so nice. I'll read the blessings here. Om Artreya Tanusua Syad Vashishta Syapa Arundhati Kaushikasya Yatha Sati Tatha Twamapi Bhartari. As Anasua is to Atri, as Arundhati is to Vashishta, as Sati is to Kaushik, may you be unto your husband like them, devoted, O beloved bride. All right, then Shekharda, Shudeshna, do you want to go forward? Typically what happens is at this stage, after these early Ashirvad sessions, the bride and groom mix with the audience and they greet everyone group-wise or individually. So for them, I'll read the second part again. As Anashua is to Atri, as Arundhati is to Vashishta, as Sati is to Kaushik, may you be unto your husband like them, devoted, O beloved bride. The thing I want to point out is all of these from Indian mythology represent examples of incredible devotion between two partners who are classically kind of worshipped to this day. So a lot of divine partnerships were mentioned here. Okay, that sort of brings us to the closing here. And I just, as I said, I wanted to say a thing or two very quickly. Be assured, this is for the two of them, that when the viral threat upon human health is eliminated, which it will be soon enough, your many kakus and mashis will hugely celebrate your very special wedding. So don't feel at all that you are deprived of anything. We're all looking forward to that time when there'll be a huge amount of celebration waiting in your future. In the meantime, we wish you great peace and joy as you build a family together. Okay, congratulations. And I will present to everybody present Mr. Rahul and Mrs. Cara Guha, right here. Congratulations once again. Excellent. Now some other speeches can go forward. Check on that.
I want to say something. First of all, I want to thank our very close and dear friend, Monish Chatterjee, whom we just call Monish, for giving us his excellent, his immeasurable, talented holding of this ceremony, and for being our friend throughout the many years that we have been together. I thank all our friends and relatives all the way across the world from Singapore